Hello, and I'm Buzz Parker, and this is my buddy Pierce Frost here. Pierce, what are we going to talk about today?
We're going to be talking a lot about tacticals today. We got a little tactical special going on, and we're so excited to show you just a variety of what we have, give you an idea, so you can just see just a glimpse of what we have in person. That's not even including what we have online.
Exactly. You can always check us out 24 hours a day at cutlerycorner.net to see even a more wide array of tacticals. But right now, we're going to kick it off with a nice little segment here of some various brands of tacticals, various styles of frame locks, assisted openers, fixed blades, you name it, we've got it. So let's start it off with this Wartech we've got right here. And Pierce, you know, I love this. It's a frame lock opening. Use that thumb stud. It's on either side. And you said something before we aired, this has what's called a cleaver style blade.
Yes.
And this is a wide blade. It's got a bead blasted finish. This knife works very, very well.
I think that bead blast is just a nice touch on it. It makes it look just kind of cleaner.
It does.
I like the blue accent they have right there, and the variation, the variety, where you can use the flipper or the thumb stud to open it right there.
Yeah, we're going to show you how this works. That's the fun way. That's the way I like to do it.
Absolutely.
But you can also, now this is a frame lock, not a liner lock, but your frame actually serves as the lock as well. You can also open it like this. Now also, there's a neat little cutout here in the frame and the blade. It's got a little half moon arc right there. That gives you better stability, leverage right here. And as Pierce said, it's just a nice little, it's got the blue accent spacer right there.
I really do like that spacer. It's nice to have just kind of different color in there. And you even got jimping grooves on the back of that spacer too, if you wanted to hold it upside down, if you wanted.
Right here, and you got a jimping groove also tooled right there in the spine of the blade. Plus, it's 3CR13 steel. And this is a very handy, heavy-duty, everyday, user-friendly knife. And you can see good color to it. I love that blue and silver.
Oh, absolutely.
It is a good contrast. And it's only $26.50.
I mean, that's a great price, especially for the knife that you're getting right there. Works super well. And let me play around with it. I love tacticals. I love tacticals.
And you know, it's funny, you get them in your hand, they're contagious. You just keep, if you're like me, you just keep on working them because it just feels good.
I just really like that. It has the option for the thumb stud, and it has the option for the flipper right there. I mean, that's great. And frame locks are just nice. I always feel like frame locks are sometimes just a little more sturdier than others. And I just love that. You have that jimping groove right there. If you really do need to use it like that, it's almost kind of like a karambit style, but it's a cleaver, you know? And then just kind of that right there. I mean, it's just a nice touch to make it a little different, give you some extra flavor on it, make it different from other knives. Because, I mean, you see most that are just kind of filled to the brim, but this just gives it a little more taste.
Well, it's got that wire cut circular openings there. That's for weight distribution. It helps lighten it a little bit, but still give you a very sturdy, heavy-duty, well-built knife.
And, I mean, you can even use that part right there for a lanyard hole, too.
Yes,
I mean, if you want to tie something to it, it just gives you opportunity for creativity.
And a great price, retail $49.95, our price on the Velociraptor by Wartech, only $26.50. That is, again, 3CR13 steel with a bead blast finish, number 114495.
We got the S-Tech 2025 Khaki Show Special right here. And I mean, I just love these. I love what S-Tech has been doing.
Yes.
And if you've watched our show before, you have seen these in different variants. And what I love is just telling y'all just about every little detail that they have given you to customize. So you don't like that green right there. I mean, I may just want some orange today. I may want green tomorrow. We got orange right there. You can switch that out, swap that bad boy out. You even got extra screws in there. You got a black pocket clip if you're not a fan of that silver right there. Or you can just switch it out by the hour, switch it out by the day. It's whatever you want. Make it your own. I mean, this is fully customizable in that aspect right there. And these just work well. They feel good.
They do. S-Tech is a wonderful tactical company. D2 handles, as you can see right there. And this one, ooh, that is
ball
fast.
bearing action right there.
Yeah, cage ball bearing assisted opening system. And it's a knife, honestly, Pierce, that knife, as long as somebody doesn't walk off with it or you don't leave it, it'll last you forever. In
Absolutely.
all seriousness, it will last you forever.
And I mean, another great piece about that is, look, you get these 2 screws right here just to help you out, make things a little easier for you. You don't even have to go find your own. These are just right there. They come with it. And keep that knife sharp. Keep it clean. You got a cloth. Let's just clean it up. I got fingerprints on it. Let's make it nice and shiny.
Exactly.
Look at that. Just look at that shine.
And again,
I mean, it's nice to have that mirror polish right there. Look at that.
And one thing I love about this, as you pointed out, those interchangeable components.
Yes.
Just a nice, clean, well-built knife. A knife, honestly, that will truly last you forever.
It's got a nice spacer in the back, too. Look at that.
Now, what kind of metal is this? Was that 14C or?
Yes, 14C.
14C, 28 inch steel. I was trying to remember that one. I'm glad I did. A nice grind on the blade as well. Kind of a spike to drop point blade, hybrid blade.
Yeah, you
Wonderful
can see it
knife.
better right there. Look at that. Look at that grind. And I mean, the cool part about this is too, it's got that hole right there. So I mean, if you want to grab it by there and throw it out, you can. I'm not going to do that right now.
Yeah, let's practice that before we do
Yeah,
that.
yeah.
But it would work, and it's a great price. Retail Pierce, $149.95. Our price, only $50. A smooth $50. Number 116012. Okay, now we're switching gears. This is a company, I always say this, y'all are probably tired of it. Elite Edge. Great quality product followed by a great price. That's my spiel. And I've never worked this knife a day in my life, but I can tell you it works impeccably well. All their things do.
I mean, he is not wrong. This man never worked a day in his life. Works the knife a day in his life. My fault, my fault.
Worked the knife a day. Yeah,
But he knew, because just the brand. Elite Edge is just a trusted brand. I've actually had the opportunity to use this a few times. And I mean, look at that. That's just quick action right there.
Well,
we even got the thumb stud too, which is always nice to have that. I mean, look how quick that goes.
Yeah, you can open it up in less than a second. And I'm going to have to practice up on the thumb stud open, because I've noticed you're more, you got more dexterity than I do at that opening.
Dude, I practice.
The trigger. Yeah,
I literally practice.
But my point is, it works both ways.
Yes.
Easily. And this one also has something else. And it's kind of got that little seahorse style frame, as you can see, but it's got a glass breaker and a seatbelt cutter as well.
I mean, that is just super convenient to have. You never know what kind of situations you're going to find yourself in.
Exactly.
So it's convenient to just have that in your car. Carry that as your little car safety one. I mean, you never know when your car's just going to go underwater and you're having to break that glass, get out. You get trapped in a situation.
That would be scary.
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah. But if you've got an Elite Edge, you've got the glass breaker in there and the seatbelt cutter. A great all-purpose, honestly, a rescue knife. If you're a paramedic, you know, you've got some of those tools right there, and a great everyday user, a black oxide coating on the 420 stainless blade, and again, a great trademark name, Elite Edge, followed by a wonderful, great price, only $14.50. Number 116170.
You have that great texture on it too. You got the jimping grooves on top, and I mean, have you ever heard the story about when Mike's car went to the lake on the farm? Yeah, so him and Cameron were in there one time, and Cameron jumped out, and Mike was in there. He didn't have a night. They both got out in time, and then they had to trail it out. But I thought that was a pretty exciting story. Yeah.
And one other thing I want to add about Elite Edge, check our website out, cutlerycorner.net. We have even way more Elite Edge products on there. I guarantee you, try them once, you'll buy them again. They're all good. $14.50 on this one, number 116170. Oh,
I love this.
Before we aired, we were both sitting here kind of salivating or drooling about this knife. Honestly, in all seriousness, it's a wonderful built knife.
I mean, let's just check this out. Not only just is the grind so unique.
Yes, I love the grind on this one. You see that complex blade grind. There's one other small feature that I love about this. You're looking right at that jimping groove. Now, it looks sharp. It's not sharp, but your thumb is almost locked in there with that jimping groove. Plus, we took out the ruler. That piece of metal is right between 3/8 of an inch and 1/4 of an inch thick, and you can see it right there.
I mean, that is a thick piece of metal right there. This is definitely sturdy. You can see that those are bolted in right there. the screws, and I mean, that's just nice. It's that G10 handle material. Got some texture on it too, which is only gonna make it easier to handle, rain or shine. And look at the curvature for the hand right there.
Yes, it's got two places, little half moon arcs, I call them, but that right there is built, it's ergonomically built for your hand.
Yeah.
Now you can check that out the way his thumb there, he's getting that extra leverage. This knife right here, it is built, man, it is solid.
And it just feels good in the hand.
It feels great in the hand.
On top of that, look at that. Look at the little etch work on the back too. Look at that Hydra right there.
Yeah, this is called the Hydra D2 tool steel. And one thing I like about this, and you touched on it a second ago, that D2 handle, I call these little teardrop impressions in there, little teardrop recessions in there. That is for grip.
Yes. I mean, this is definitely a great survival knife, and it's at a really good price for what it is right there. I mean, $68.50 right there, and you get a little Kydex sheath, which is super nice. Pops right in there, sturdy sheath. I mean, it just looks good too. And
Defcon is a brand. When I first started here years ago, I remember we had the first one was a caged ball bearing assisted opener, and it was a titanium frame. They build top quality, exceptional, well-made pieces for using. Not just, it's not just a brand name and a mediocre. This knife, again, will last you forever. Retail $189.95. And you can see Pierce knows all the tricks. He knows the ways to get these out of the sheath quick. He's the tactical knife. He's the tactical knife expert around here. At only $68.50. Try one of these, you will love it. Number 114511. And this next one, this is the Mac Design, the black G10 Alpine. Now this one here, Pierce, I believe this has the caged ball bearing.
Oh, absolutely. And that ball bearing works great. And on top of that, you got jimping grooves on the top of this one too. D2 steel, and that is a slick looking blade. I mean, look at that grind on the front too.
Absolutely.
And forget it. Add some fun to it. And I mean, look at that. Once again, you can see the texture on there. Ridges right there. It's only gonna help you. Not too big either, but just enough. Give you that extra. Look at that. And it just sounds good. You can hear that.
Yeah, in traditional knives, we call that walk and talk snap when, your clip blade shuts. These have that same walk and talk enjoyment when you engage these. They do. The way they feel, it's a nice feeling in your hand. You can tell it's quality. And there's your clip. Now, you've also got a place for a lanyard. And that would also serve as a little makeshift glass breaker as well.
Oh, absolutely. I mean, that's a good end right there that's gonna help you out. It's got a little G10 spacer in the back too on top of that. But I mean, this is just a really good quality knife. A Mac design right here, G10, the Alpine. Okay, I like that. But I mean, that's a good one to fit in your pocket. And look at that, it's got a little lower pocket.
And I want to say something else too. The blade, to me, is a Tanto style blade. It's got a nice aggressive looking blade. The price again is very good. Retail $129.95. Your cost, and all that's included. You've got a carrying pouch.
You get that cloth too. Look at that.
Carrying pouch. I would not use the carrying pouch, but you've probably got knives you will use it for. I would use that clip, and I'd wear that.
But when whenever you put them back in your little knife collection, I like to put mine back in the case. It makes me feel fancy pulling it out again. That's
right. It's there. You got a deluxe gift box.
Yep.
And a super price at $58.75. Number 116077.
Okay, this is the Fire Starter Snapshot, and this is awesome. This is a Frost right here, and I'm super excited to show you all this. So there's a Frost cutlery. We got the jimping grooves. It's got like a rubberized handle right there, which is gonna give you that durability, that extra durability. You got that green right there, which is gonna make it way easier to find it. You got a glass breaker on the bottom, and I mean, that is so cool. And you might be wondering, well, why do they call it the Fire Starter? It doesn't look like a fire starter. Well, let's just show you some real quick. Okay, where did that come from?
Your ferrule rod.
Let me show you real quick. We're gonna put it right back in.
Your ferrule rod actually fits inside the handle.
Oh no, my thumb gave out on me. Okay, there we go. Yeah, it's not that hard to get out, but sometimes your thumb gets tired from working knives all day, I'll tell you that much. But on top of that, this is super easy. You can see right there. You're supposed to strike it. And then If you're working it and you're confused on why it's not working at first, you see that? You see how it's silver? Well, it's got that coating on it at first. So you got to get that coating off before you use it. So don't be confused whenever you're trying to strike it and it's not working. You see how we got silver? Well, we already got it working here before. So all you have to do, you hold it right there, and then let me get the angle right. It's all about the angles. What's going on? Oh, there we are. There we are. Look at that. As soon as you get that angle, it takes you a second to figure it out. But once you figure it out, you got sparks flying like crazy.
That's right.
Oh, thank goodness, started sweating. I feel like that happens every time. I get it when we're not, yeah,
It happens.
before when I'm practicing.
This is new, and you can see it's full of technology. You've also got that glass breaker on the end. I love the little neon green accent there for high visibility. Super well-built knife as well. And
Oh, I mean, this is just a great camping knife that you take, and I mean, it's super durable. Keep that in mind. And it's got that rubber handle right there, which is only going to make it easy if you're trying to start a fire while camping. This is perfect. You just pull it out. It's got everything you need right in your pocket, only for $24.63, which is just a great price for what you're getting right here.
Absolutely. Number 116217, brand new. Try one out. You'll love it. Next up, now, if you remember the Hydra a minute ago,
Yes.
you had,
Yes.
you know, I've seen these both, and I never thought that. This one,
I know.
if you don't want the fixed
bring it
blade,
over, show 'em
yeah,
real
yeah.
quick.
If you don't want the fixed blade, well, we've got an option for you here.
Look, literally twins. But this one doesn't fold. This one doesn't fold. It's only a fixed blade, which is awesome. We love the fixed blade. We love having one that you can carry on your pocket. You need a good fixed blade. You might as well get them. They're brothers at this point. I mean, look at it. They go hand in hand right there. And let's just check it out right here. We got the thumb stud on it. And this is why I fell in love with thumb studs, was because of this one right here. So I have this exact same one in my house, but it's more in like a lighter green, almost like a glow-in-the-dark type color. But this is why I love Defcon right here. Check this out. It is just so easy to work. It just flies right out. Ball bearing system right there. You got the jimping grooves on top. Look at that. It's got those deep jimping grooves, just as the other Hydra did a second ago. On top of that, you got a nice pocket clip, says Defcon etched on it. And look at those grooves right there.
Well,
Buzz was saying, it's got those teardrop ones right there.
it's got the teardrop recessions in the handle, plus you've got a super durable, high visibility G10 handle, and appropriately we've called it the Ghost. Plus, in the handle frame, as you can see, there's two half moon tooled cutouts. That is where your finger has a soft landing, and you can see it's contoured just for your hand, ergonomically designed, and a wonderful price from a great brand, Defcon. Only $78. Retail is $189.95.
And I mean, this is just a good knife to have as an everyday carry. I know I've really enjoyed mine. It's got that 14C28 steel right there. I mean, this is just a great knife. I really do love it. I've debated on getting the white one, but I really do like my kind of green one. I like the funky color on it. But this is just a clean looking one. You gotta love just the way it complements the handle and the blade right there. You gotta have just a black blade and that white right there. It looks clean, looks good.
It does. The complete package from Defcon, the Ghost G10, only $78, number 114509. Our next item, now Pierce, we were looking at this one. This is a wonderful built knife. There's nothing fancy about this, nothing fancy. However, as you can see, it's got a D2 tool steel drop point blade, stonewash finish by APOC. Now, the knife itself, it looks like it's about 8 inches overall.
It's not too big, but I mean, this is a good quality knife that is going to get the work done. Talking again about a camping knife right here. I mean, this is just a great camping knife that you're gonna have. It has that G10 handle, has the screws in it. It's even got a striker that fits right inside.
Yes, your sheath will contain the striker. And as you can see, Kydex style sheath, very weather friendly. These knives, everything we've been showing you right here is going to be very weather friendly. That's one thing about these tacticals that we sell. Take these out, like Pierce said, if you're going camping, if you're going fishing, if you're going hiking, if you're going mountain climbing.
Yes.
You know?
Literally anything. I mean, it's gonna stay in
really.
your pocket. Look at that. I mean, you just open that bad boy up right there. Boom, put it around your belt, and you're good. Locks back in, not going anywhere. And you may be wondering, what is this? What is this? Is that where you start the fire? No, this is a knife sharpener. Take it right there.
Yeah, and what an ingenious idea. I mean, really.
You don't see that. I haven't seen that on any other design. And I mean, that's just so cool. It's gonna keep it nice and sharp right there. I mean, you can feel that. And we're gonna show you this fire starter, and don't make fun of me if I struggle again. I already struggled on the other one, but I swear, I will get it. Give me a second. So once again, it's got that black coating on it. You gotta keep that in mind. So if you're like, it's not working, well, it does. You just gotta get through the rough patch, you know? So you see this side? If I do it on this side, it's not gonna work. It's not gonna work. So I take this silver side, make sure I line it up. I gotta line it up because it's gonna be embarrassing if I don't. Oh no. Oh,
there we go.
There we are.
I saw one.
There we are.
And not only do you have a sharpener, you've got the ferrule rod as well. Complete package here, folks, for a great price. $179.95, that's your MSRP. We have this by APOC. Wonderful design, D2 tool steel drop point blade, only $89.63, number 115976. Our next item, now Pierce, I know you are very fond of this brand. I am too. Sling Blade, I remember I was here on the ground floor when these first started coming in. And they've evolved through the years. We've got a lot of really neat sign of the times designs. This one here, a sleek design. And the price on this one is great.
Oh, it's phenomenal, especially with what you're getting. This is like that gentleman's knife. It's got 440 steel on here. And also, I posted these on Instagram. I posted the one in silver. I posted the one in black. I've posted them together, actually. And it was, before it was even released, it was on the Instagram. So this is the all-new 2025. These are just now getting released. So we got the silver one that released first, now this black one. And this is just such a sleek, lightweight design. Look at that. I mean, you can tell. It is just a lightweight, but that is some good steel on there.
It is.
440. And then you got a glass breaker on the back and a lanyard hole. That just gives you variation right there, and it's just a great one to carry in your pocket. It's got a Sling Blade right there.
You've got the pocket clip, which, but we're going to also give you a leather saddle ring sheath.
Oh, yes. That is so cool because you don't see that. So if you...
And you see how fast that worked. Wow.
Yeah, look at that. Ball bearing action. Sling blades are known for their ball bearing action. We don't really carry assisted ones. I actually can't think of any assisted ones. There might be one snuck in there, but to my knowledge, it is only a few fixed blades and then mainly ball bearing action, which is awesome. We even took this one apart to double check if it was ball bearing. I mean, it came out so fast, it was hard to believe.
Yeah, and as you can see...
And then I couldn't put it back together. Then Terry had to put it back together because I started losing pieces.
That would be the story of my life, too. But, hey, we've showed you it works well if you take yours apart. Now, it's on you to get it back together, but I wouldn't recommend doing that because
leave it as it is.
It will last you a lifetime. There it goes in the saddle ring style sheath. And the price, only $32.50, brand new from Sling Blade, the Spike. Retails $68, and that price is unbeatable at $32.50, number 116159. And we're glad that you enjoyed this segment. We enjoyed bringing this information to you. Pierce, he's our resident tactical expert here. But aside from that, check us out 24 hours a day. Pierce has been working hard on the social media aspect of it. But check us out at cutlerycorner.net. And what other sites can they check?
So you can find us on TikTok, you can find us on Facebook, and you can find us on Instagram. I try to post as often as I can. I know I have a lot of other things to do, but I'm working as hard as I can to get you product that you'll like. And I'm trying to bring in more tacticals, give you more variety. But as you know, we love our pocket knives still. We're still working on getting more pocket knives in. Just a variety. We want to bring you stuff that you'll love, that you'll be able to carry every day. So, I mean, at the end of the day, these are gifts. These are for you. These are knives that you have for life. And whenever you give a knife to a friend, you have a friend for life.
Thank you, and we'll see you next time.